Drury Inn and Suites here in Austin, Texas, and eventually headed to Florida, but we're gonna do one overnight stop in between. So I don't know how I'll split this, if I'll do it all 2 days all together in one vlog, or split it at wherever we stay tonight. But join us for our travels between Texas and Florida. You guys know what to do. Grab yourselves a tasty treat and a beverage of your choice to keep your hands, arms, feet, and legs inside this vlog at all times. And if you're wondering why we're going to Florida, my husband, Mark, just flew out this morning from Austin to go to New Jersey for a week for a training for work. So we have friends that are actually vacationing in Orlando right now, and they're really close friends of ours. Tim and Steffi Waco, if you've ever heard of their channel, actually I think you say their channel, Steffi and Tim Waco. And my son Teddy is really good friends with their son Xander, so we're like, heck with it. We're gonna go to Florida just to solely go trick-or-treating with Xander on Halloween. So we're up for the adventure. So Mark's gonna have an adventure of his own. I don't believe Mark will film this week, but he may post random pictures and post and updates to our Facebook group, Teddy's Tribe. So stay tuned. We are super excited. We're outside of Austin now, headed towards Interstate 10, and we found a Buc-ee's. So we are all cheering. Well, I don't know, Lucy really cares, but Teddy and I are cheering inside the car. So I'm topping off my gas tank. It was down about, a third to a quarter. And I always say in my travel videos, I really prefer to stay half a tank or above, but I wanted to get out of the city first in this case, and I knew I was all set. So right now, this is a great gas price, $2.46 a gallon here at this Buc-ee's, somewhere between Austin and heading towards I-10. So in that general area of Texas. So really good to give Sebastian a good drink here. And then we're gonna go inside, maybe get a snack or two. We're not really starving. We just had breakfast a while ago, but always gonna have a snack when you come to Buc-ee's. So we grabbed gas and then we parked closer, and Buc-ee's has already got their Christmas stuff out. So tempted, but I should wait. I should wait a while, but so tempted to get a Buc-ee's Christmas shirt. I love the Santa Buc-ee too. Oh, we went in and I had filmed the Christmas stuff, and I told Teddy when we were walking away towards the restroom, I'm like, oh, I forgot to get a picture for a Facebook group or for Instagram or something. I said, remind me. And then we came out and we got talking food. And guess what we forgot to do, Teddy? What? We forgot to get a picture of the Christmas stuff. So Teddy wanted beaver tots, which are basically tater tots. And then he wanted lemonade, and I've got Diet Dr. Pepper. So cute little Buc-ee's. I've never met a Buc-ee's I didn't like. Have you, Teddy? Always nice. So anyway, I'm gonna pass back his tater tots, his beaver tots, and we'll be hitting the highway. Teddy's really excited to see Buc-ee. Okay, so it is too warm to have left Lucy in the car without the car running. And I can do a trick where I can get out of the car with it running and the air conditioning blasting, and then lock it from the outside, but it will only go that way for like 20 minutes. So we had to kind of do that in 2 rounds. So you saw the round where Teddy was with Buc-ee, I hope, if I got good video of that. It was hard when you're doing things, you know, on the fly like that. So I took Teddy in so we could both use the restroom real quick, and then he caught Buc-ee coming out. So I'm like, we gotta go out and reset the car. So I reset the car, Teddy stayed here so I could make it quicker, and I ran back in, and he wanted his beaver tots again. I guess I could turn down the air conditioner here for a minute, hold on. So Teddy had said he wanted more tots, and I couldn't see them, or either that, they didn't, like, I just couldn't get to them because it's obviously later in the day and a Sunday, a lot of people traveling. It is crazy packed in there. We're in Katy, Texas, by the way. We're at the Katy Buc-ee's. So I found this, and I love the packaging. So chicken and fries. So I'm gonna give this to Teddy. Usually he's a nuggets guy, but fingers are just big nuggets. So I can break it up for him if he needs to or whatever. And then I was excited because there was actually 2 choices I could have gone with that didn't have like mammal or cheese or, you know, anything like that. So they had this chicken fajita taco I found. They also had a veggie burrito, and I almost was gonna get that. But then I'm like, no, but this chicken taco was more expensive than I thought it was gonna be. So we'll have to see. We'll have to see if I think it's a good value or not. I'm trying to show you the inside. That's not bad. There's like 3 chicken fingers and a nice little stash of fries. That's not bad. So I also got another Diet Dr. Pepper. I don't normally drink soda heavily except for when I travel. And then when I travel, it's like soda and coffee. I love it. And at home, I can go a week or two if we never go anywhere without drinking soda. Lighting's a little bit weird because it's either bright sun or shade here, but trying to show you the chicken fajita, and yeah, there's no cheese in it, so. And I knew it. He kind of looked at the chicken fingers like, I don't know, Mom. So I'm sure I'll get a few of those too, but that's why I didn't buy too much for myself. But now, hit the road again. Yeah, that chicken fajita, even though it seemed small, way better than the old ones I used to have at McDonald's. So yeah, I would do that again. That was tasty. That had, for something that's quick, grab and go, that had good taste. What do you think of your fries, Teddy? Good? And he is gonna try a piece of chicken too, he told me. He promised me he'd try a piece of chicken, but I'm happy if he at least attempts. We tried to make it to the Louisiana Welcome Center, but I've had so much soda I had to stop at this rest area to use the bathroom. But it's a nice find. It's a really nice rest area. Teddy has found a nice table with charging ports. He's quite happy he has found. There's interp signs. There's like a nice little boardwalk with interp signs. There's like just nifty things on both sides. All right, looking at the Texas map, we always like to do reference. So Big Bend, that gray area, that's where we live.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. And then we came up, I gotta find Austin. There's Dallas. Oh, there's Austin. So there's we went yesterday from Big Bend to Austin. And then today has been Austin. And now we're headed out into Louisiana. We still don't know where we're staying tonight, but we're just rolling with the flow here. So we have gotten her out a couple times. I just didn't film it, but this one I wanted to film because it's her first sniff of some East Coast stuff. Trees are different, huh, Teddy? Leaves are different. Look, so much of a different look than the Chihuahuan Desert. A better look past Teddy's head in there. Look, more of an East Coast type forest. Here is our room tour at our standard 2-queen. Actually, it might be a 2-queen deluxe, but they're pretty much all the same unless you do like upper floor or if one offers a terrace, and then it would go to suites or something with a jacuzzi tub. So gonna do a quick room tour with Teddy's assistance, and then I gotta run down and grab his kickback. We're checking in a little late. We kind of got lost coming here and I didn't have it in the GPS correctly. So we're a half hour later than we had expected. But we have a 2-queen. We actually did stay here when we were coming across, moving from Everglades National Park to Big Bend. So that might be in some of our travel vlogs. I did not review it at that time because my husband's work paid for it. He works for the National Park Service, so it was paid for as part of his moving transfer. I did show it as part of our travel vlog, but I did not technically review it. So excited to be back, huh, Teddy? Now that we actually found it, huh? Is that chair comfortable?
Yes, it is. And
You're gonna do bed science for me?
Let's check out this note.
Yeah, the housekeeping note. Teddy always likes reading the housekeeping note.
Yeah, it is Nova.
Okay, so do you want to show me some bed science on one of those queen beds? Okay, that was a good job reading the name. Okay, ready? Bed science. There we go. So this is a nice, spacious room. Most breweries are pretty good at having an accent wall colored. Also, there's a nice sitting chair, as you saw. I was stopping to check out the artwork. Breweries are known that their artwork coincides with the area that they are in. And here in Baton Rouge, Louisiana, you are right on the Mississippi River. So that is especially shown along the Mississippi, and it is a major port city. So really, the artwork does blend in well. Really nice. It feels like the ceilings are nice and tall in here, so it does have a nice air of a spacious feel.
Can you help?
Yeah, you can. Just a minute, honey. I'm not ready for the bathroom yet. Teddy always likes doing the bathroom tour, but I want to finish getting this as well. Yeah, this has a real nice spacious feel. There is a nice desk that you can work at if you need a work area, or even just if you bring, like we do, because it's easier if I go grab our kickback stuff and bring it up to Teddy for him to enjoy. So it's nice if he has a table to sit at. There is an in-room phone. There's also some charging ports. Now, most breweries that I have found don't have USBs in their charging ports. They are just the regular outlets. Also, a nice mirror if you need to check yourself out before you head out for the day or the night. By the sitting chair, there's also like a regular outlet down there. So if you wanted to like sit in the chair with your phone charging or your iPad charging or Kindle or something, there is a regular outlet there. Ice bucket. Old style air conditioner, I'm wondering, yes, it is on the wall. So the controls for that are on the wall over here. In between the two queen beds, there is another strip for outlets, and then there is actually some USBs on the clock. So if you don't have a square plug and you need to plug in something by USB, there is a couple on the clock. Teddy, would you like to open the drawer for me to show everybody what's in the drawer? He usually likes doing that.
38.
Yeah, I know the time's wrong because it is certainly not 9:38. He found the Bible. Teddy always likes finding the Bible. Okay, climb up with it, please. Or put it back, either way. And usually I talk about down here in the cubby, this is where my husband usually likes to stick his slippers or whatever. Of course, my husband's not with us on this trip because he is in New Jersey at a training for work. We are headed to Florida to play. Oh, the other thing in this room, another little look. So the TV stand. Teddy, what do you want to help me again?
Yeah.
I have a chore for you. Do you suppose what is hiding in the TV stand, huh?
The remote.
The remote. Yes, you did find the remote. But I was thinking if you open like those drawers, do you think one of them is actually a door? Because we haven't found the mini fridge yet. No, they are bureau doors. Now try. Yes. See, it was a trick, Teddy. They looked like drawers on the outside on that side, but it was a door. Not all drawers, huh? Let me switch sides. Teddy's other chore he always likes doing is checking the mini fridge. Because believe it or not, we have come to rooms, not so much at breweries, but other locations and found things that shouldn't have been left in the fridge. So he takes it upon himself. He loves to check the fridge. So there is a little bit of a mini fridge. There is a microwave. And I think I was trying to trick him. Because see how they look like they could be drawers too? But they don't pull out like those do, huh?
And another drawer.
Yeah, and another drawer.
Another drawer.
And another drawer.
Time for the bathroom.
Time for the bathroom. This is a connecting room as well. Of course, we won't be utilizing that, but they do have them here, obviously, if you would need to partake. There must be another light switch too, Teddy, somewhere, because it's kind of dark in there. Teddy always wants to make sure the toilet flushes. And it is just your typical tub shower combo. They do. Oh, that's loud. I'll wait till that stops. Felt like it took years for that toilet to stop running. It didn't really, but just when you're trying to film, and I'm trying to film so I can go grab his supper. It's a nice bright bathroom though, and they do sometimes at some of these breweries have the jacuzzi tubs. This one actually does, but I didn't want to go to the expense of that room tonight. We are just quickly traveling through. They do have hygiene products in your shower. So there's the body wash, the shampoo, the conditioner, and if you want your own product, there's shelving for that. A nice rain head, shower head, a nice vanity. There's also soap there for like washing your hands and stuff. Tissues, a hair dryer, trash can, nice mirror, some outlets and shelving for all your product needs. I can never really speak on the lighting for makeup. I haven't worn makeup since I was 12 years old and I'm 51 now. So I have no clue about lighting for makeup or any of that, but you can try to make your judgment to your best. Hook if you want to hang up your robe or your towels to reuse them. Teddy, would you like to help with the closet? This is funny because this closet tricked me. When we first came in, I actually thought there was a little hallway there, the way the light reflected off it. Can you gently open that, sweetie?
Bye-bye.
Okay.
Stand on the video.
Okay. That's a game he plays with his father. He hides in the closet and pretends he doesn't, that Mark won't know where he is. So there is an ironing board in here, and it is a nice closet to hang full-length things if you did have dresses or stuff like that, or even if you wanted to put your luggage or your child in it, you know, either way. All right, if I step back, you can almost see what like at first, just the way it looked, I thought that came around the corner and it was a hallway. So there is a nice full-length mirror there too, if you need to get that, you know, head-to-toe look. All right, I'm gonna get them settled in and I'm gonna go grab Teddy his popcorn and his hot dog and all that. We're having a Snoopy battle. All right, back to what I was saying here. Every night, I was right, I wanted to check my notes on that. Every night there's hot dogs, the chips and, you know, fixings for chips, soup, which rotates from like, sometimes it's chili, sometimes it's like vegetable soup or chicken noodle. And then there's also like some greens and like the grape tomatoes and stuff that you could fix a small like side salad with. And then other items like what I have tonight change out nightly. Like the Drury we were at last night in Austin, Texas, it was pulled pork slider night. And then that usually comes with like mac and cheese, coleslaw, beans, and stuff. Tonight, it is the grilled chicken, which also typically comes with an Alfredo pasta. I can't eat that due to food allergies. So I took the other offerings, which is the baked potato and the mixed veggies. But really, however you slice it and dice it, even as you can see, even if you have fussy kids, like he doesn't want any condiment on his hot dog. He doesn't want any cheese on his chips. I could even make Teddy happy. There's also popcorn, and that starts at 4 or 4:30, I can't remember. Again, we're running late for that, but I still might try to run down and get him a bag to munch on. So that's usually what fills him up, is he has the popcorn, and then he has hot dog and chips and stuff. Sometimes he'll do the mac and cheese as well. I should notate that. The Alfredo is a little rich for him, but the nights with the pulled pork sliders, if they have mac and cheese, he will do that. Some other nights, they have like a taco night, and I honestly can't remember because they do a couple of these like 2 nights. Like I think there's 2 nights they do the pulled pork sliders and stuff like that. So there, but that is, for me, even with food sensitivities, that is quite the meal that I'm quite happy with. I also note your evening kickback comes with soda or coffee. There's also coupons for 3 alcoholic beverages. I do not drink. I just recently celebrated 7 years of sobriety, actually. I don't drink, my husband doesn't drink, so we never utilize those to be able to tell you if the drinks are good. They're like pre-mixed, I think. I don't know much about it. Usually, Mark's busy getting Diet Coke, and I'm either getting coffee or Diet Coke. I am headed down to get breakfast. Wasn't really able to do a lot with the tour here, especially arriving after kickback had already started and I had so much to do to get us checked in, fed, and everything. So I'm gonna include this Drury stay with our travel plans, and I didn't show a lot of the lobby and I'm sorry for that, but I'll at least show you the room, and then maybe if we ever stop here again, I can do a better full overall review. So please stay tuned for our room here at the Drury here in Baton Rouge. All right, trying to get the crew moving. We have a 10-hour haul today, not including stops to get from here in Baton Rouge to Davenport, Florida to the KOA. So grab an ice. That's one of my little travel tips. Get ice and refill like your hydro flasks or whatever water bottles you use or whatever. Get some ice and utilize the hotel ice before you leave. It really does help. I still have Teddy's hygiene kit out because he needs to do his teeth when he finishes eating. Lucy's already had her breakfast and she's eaten her kibbles, and so now I'm refilling her water. Lucy has her own hydro flask. I have the Everglades sticker on hers, and I make sure I chock that full of ice because she really likes her drinks cold. So she'll have nice cold drinks. Other tip I have is when you're using whether in-room coffee or the lobby coffee, have your own travel mug and then top it off before you get ready to check out, so you have that for the road as well. So I'm gonna run down and fill up Mr. Orangeburg. Trying to get Teddy moving. So I ran downstairs, got my coffee. The breakfast attendant, she's so cute this morning. So she's got earbuds in, right? Listening to tunes. And of course you can't hear the tunes. And she's like, you know, bouncing away, but you can't hear them. All it reminds me of is we've been watching a ton of Disney Cruise Line videos lately, and it looks like those silent dance parties they have where everybody wears the headphones and then, you know, you don't hear any music, but everybody's dancing to their own beat. But it's super cute, and I'm just happy to see someone happy in the world. I mean, she's down there, she's smiling, she's jamming, and it was so nice. So I'm gonna give the positive of that first before I give my little PSA. As now a person who travels with a pet, with a dog, it bothers me when I see other people not being responsible pet owners. As a pet owner, you know what you have to do. It bothers me when I see that other people don't pick up their dog's waste after their dog and properly dispose of it. It also bothers me when I see people not working with their dogs to train them. There was a trainer I used to watch on YouTube, and he always said there's no bad dog, there's just bad people. And a lot of times I so agree with that statement. It is your responsibility to pick up after your dog. It is your responsibility to walk your dog enough for their needs. Your responsibility to train them to not be a barker, la 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 la, on and on. So I just ran into a gentleman out in the hallway that when I went down to get my coffee, he was kind of wandering around with his dog, and not a very well-trained dog. But then when I just went out to get another grab of ice to fill Teddy's cup, he's still like out there wandering around. Oh no, it was when I came up off the elevator before I went to get ice. And he's like asking me if there's a supply closet because his dog went to the bathroom on the floor. He's like, oh, I guess he couldn't wait. And I'm thinking, no, you should have been up earlier to have gotten your dog outside. I know that I take Lucy out before I go to bed, and I go to bed rather early, so I know as her mom, no matter what I feel like in the morning, I have to be prepared by like 4 o'clock to take her out. A dog can only go so long without going potty. It's just a natural need that needs to be met for your pet. But because stuff like that happens, and because people don't pick up after their pets, is why those of us with really good pets, and we're really good pet mummies and daddies, this is why we are turned away from so many places that realistically we could go quite comfortably with our pets. So I'm gonna get off my soapbox now, but just please, a PSA, and a PSA too, whenever you do see someone with their pet traveling, don't assume that we're all like those people that don't clean up after our pets and don't train our pets and don't love our pets like they are the prince and princesses that they should be. You know, I do know I miss out on a lot because I put Lucy's needs before my own. But that is what I knew when I adopted her a year ago. Anyway, I gotta finish getting Teddy dressed, get his teeth brushed, and we gotta start heading to Florida. A crew's all packed, we're all packed. Teddy's making a big deal like I was that it's foggy. It's not nearly as foggy as it was earlier this morning. A couple times I brought Lucy out. But yeah, you're out in the desert so long, also you come back and you think fog is a neat thing. Like, oh, cool. So we are all ready to roll. Before I hit the road, I did decide I'm going to try to combine these all together, because when I looked at yesterday's footage, we only really did like 8 minutes total. Didn't stop a lot yesterday except for the couple of Buc-ee's, another quick rest area break in Texas, and then grabbed gas before I came to the hotel. We had intended on stopping at the Louisiana Welcome Center, but there was massive road construction on the border. And when I crossed into Louisiana, we all honked the horn and cheered like we do. And I was talking to Mark on the phone at the same time through Bluetooth. Don't worry, I don't hold the phone. I do even texting through Bluetooth now. Side note, I did start enjoying that recently, like coming back from Maine, learning how to voice talk. So then my phone through the stereo takes it and transpons it to a text to my friends or to Mark. Of course, you can't always guarantee that it's going to come out correctly. Yesterday, I kept trying to tell my friend Kim Drury, and it came out as brewery, I think, which she knows me well enough to know that wasn't true. But anyway, I was talking to Mark and we crossed through the border and there was so much construction and I'm like, the Welcome Center is not open. I don't see a sign for it, the entrance for it, nothing. So we went past it. And as we were already well past the entrance, I did see vehicles in the parking lot. So that caused a bit of a crisis because Teddy and I had been looking forward to that for like an hour or more. So that kind of caused a little bit of a mini crisis. We did get over it quickly and Teddy's like, oh, Mama, it's not your fault. And I was so proud of him for saying that. He is growing leaps and bounds, and it just goes to show you, if you do proper teaching techniques, plus what you model yourselves in front of your children matters. You know, Mark and I practice saying that a lot to each other now of, you know, saying you're sorry, saying thank you, saying you're welcome, telling the other person, if, oh, no, it's not your fault, or, you know, or I understand, or, you know, just showing. Role modeling has to go along with just telling them. Anyway, we got over it quickly. We turned it and pretty soon we were laughing and joking. Then we hit, as we were approaching Baton Rouge, we hit quite a slowdown of traffic we were stuck in. So I decided to pull off and get gas when normally I would fill up my tank. As you know, usually when I leave a place is when I fill up my tank to be ready for the day. But I'm like, oh, I might as well pull off and get gas. And I didn't film it just because it was, evidently everybody else had the same idea. It was a real bad headache and I ended up having to back into a pump around all kinds of traffic to get into a pump just to pump gas. So I totally forgot to grab my phone when I got out of the car. But when I pumped gas there last night, I think it was $2.57 a gallon. So starting out today with almost a full tank, because then when I repunched it into the GPS, evidently I punched in Baton Rouge, not the Drury Inn and Suites of Baton Rouge. So we ended up in downtown Baton Rouge driving around going, this doesn't look familiar, because we just stayed at this Drury in April when we moved out of Everglades and we're moving to Big Bend. And I'm like, none of this looks familiar. Teddy goes, they had a storm and they rebuilt it. Gotta love the humor of a 6-year-old. And I'm like, I don't think they rebuilt the whole city. Finally, I pulled over and looked and I saw what my GPS was reading and I'm like, oh, okay. Did punch in the Drury and then did get here. And then, like I mentioned, I threw in the room footage as well, just because I really didn't have a lot of time. And this is one of those Druries that in the lobby, the music is cranking. So really hard to get around copyright strikes in this lobby. But overall, our experience was good again here at the Drury at Baton Rouge. And just couldn't really film a lot. Breakfast was good. I brought Teddy's up to him. He ate a good breakfast. Everybody was friendly. Room was clean. Grounds are clean. Feel safe. And now punch in Davenport, which is going to read about 10 hours or so, and we'll start making the trek. Made it to Mississippi. We had another little snafu mini crisis about the Welcome Center again today. So when I left Baton Rouge, I was on 12 for quite a while. It had me out on 12, and then it brought me back onto 10. Crossed into Mississippi, and it showed sign for Welcome Center, but I didn't quite understand that I had to dip off the exit for it. I don't think the rig in front of me understood that either, because they slowed right down like they were looking for it. People behind me, we were all kind of looking, so missed the Mississippi Welcome Center. That made Teddy a little upset, but he wanted me to turn around and I had to try to explain that on an interstate it's not that easy, and we did. We've been like, you know, several miles since then, and we do have a long haul today, so we talked it out and I expressed to him that I understood he was upset and I apologized and explained to him, and you know, after a while he was fine. So now he wants pizza to make up for it. I had to stop and get him a cold drink anyway. he still had drink he was working on when we left the hotel room, so I didn't fill it when I left there. So he needs a drink. He wants a snack. I think it's too early because it's like just hitting 9 o'clock, still Central Time. Don't think they'll have pizza out, but I'm gonna go take a peek. But yeah, so we're in Mississippi. I was right, they didn't have pizza, it's too early. So I found something better, and Teddy's not believing me. I'm like, king cake. I'm like, what? King cake? And he's like, no, but I'm gonna open it up and I'm gonna get a fork, and I bet you he's gonna like king cake. Lucy's like, if you don't want king cake, I'll have king cake. Would you like a fork? Yeah. Do you need me to help you? There you go. You got little peas.
Can you help me get?
Yeah, I'll help you. Hold on. I just freaked Teddy out, and I said, you got to watch out for the baby in the middle. And he's like, what? I'm like, no, honey, I don't believe that one has a baby. But usually a traditional king cake is known to have the little baby, especially when it comes Mardi Gras time. What do you think of it? Do you like it? Let's see the Teddy look. Yeah? Is that a win? Uh-huh. Okay, I'll get you your bug juice too. I put it in one of his travel bowls. He is enjoying the king cake. He's a fan. I knew he would be. I got myself a Prime so I can hydrate. Wait a minute, I'll show you if you don't know what Prime is. There's a lot of different flavors in Prime. I like it because it's a good hydration drink. It has made with coconut water. There's a lot of good vitamins in it, but it's, even though it's not a sugar-free, it's not loaded with sugar. It's not loaded with dyes or any of that stuff. I find I digest them pretty good. And again, it's not something I have all the time, like at home or anything. But when I'm traveling, Prime is usually my hydration beverage of choice beyond just plain water. Like when I need a boost of extra hydration, Prime is my favorite. Found a rest area here, still in Mississippi, with a really neat picnic area. So excited to show you this, but Teddy was pointing out the grackles. You can tell you're closer to Florida because we always talk about how those grackles sound like Florida. But anyway, this is a really, really nice rest area. So you come in from there, and there's nice picnic spots there too. And then there's nice picnic spots here going towards the exit. There's your central hub there with the restroom and vending machines. But then there's this whole area they call the scenic view. And it is only open from like 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. But wow. And we were lucky because it's still cool enough with windows down to have Lucy girl in the car while we ran up and used the potty. But look at, I mean, it almost looks like a picnic area at like a state park or a national park or something. So, wow. And it has a whole cul-de-sac down here. So super, super cute picnic area. We're gonna get Lucy girl out for her stretch now. So each spot has potable water too. Teddy, move back a little bit, honey. And if you push it back, yeah, I don't know that it's turned on though. Yeah, I guess maybe it's not working. But they're not like marked as non-potable water. So I'm assuming maybe more in season they work, maybe. Lucy is a fan of this rest area as well. Teddy was saying, I love this rest area. He's gonna keep trying to make the water work. So I haven't been doing geocaching on this trip, and I'll explain why. I might have explained it yesterday or the day before. I was having, oh, that girl has her fur baby out for a walk too. See, if you have dogs, this is like the perfect rest area. I was having troubles with the app not working, and my subscription was due anyway, so I just like stopped it from renewing. And then I haven't had time to re-look at the app to see if I could get it working. See, my phone is really old. It's only an iPhone 12, what I'm filming on right now. I really need an upgraded iPhone. It's probably what I'm asking Santa for Christmas, by the way. So a lot of stuff is kind of wonky right now on an older phone. Updates aren't working quite as well, so we'll see. But that's why I haven't been doing geocaching. It's not that I'm not into geocaching anymore. It just, the app was not updating very well. They are our last trip to San Antonio that we did as a family. All right, I'm gonna give Lucy a few more wiggle. You found a stick, or is it a wand? Teddy is the new tree. You are the new tree. You sprouted leaves and now you're a tree. Yeah. You are? Let's see, you're growing. You're a tree that's growing. You are Teddy the tree. Oh, Daddy's calling. He must be on lunch break. Hold on, everyone. Now you're showing off a nice pine cone. Well, we try to practice leave no trace ethics, but you can admire it for a while if you'd like to.
I love it.
You do love it? Red-shouldered hawk or something off in that direction, I'm hearing. Yeah, this was a nice stop. So Mark just reported he's at his first day of training. He's on his lunch break now, and it is going well. So that's exciting. All right, so it hasn't been that long since the last rest area we were at. So we're not stopping here long, but we did want to say we've reached Alabama. Here's the welcome center. Teddy thought he'd stop and get his picture taken with the turtle. Does look like a nice welcome center, but today we're gonna pass. I know that we'll probably do a lot of these coming on our next trip. Actually, we are, as a family, with Mark included, gonna be driving from Texas to Florida again in 3 weeks. So stay tuned for that, because when I have Mark with me who can sit with Lucy, it'll be easier for me to take Teddy out at these spots. Here. Doing a quick Buc-ee stop before we enter Florida. And I just have to keep looking at this Christmas stuff. This is just adorable. Marshmallows, the shirts. Had to get a couple of quick pictures of the Santa Buc-ee for Mark. Oh, I know. Maybe on our Thanksgiving trip, huh?
Yeah.
Just a quick stop. We didn't even use restrooms or anything. We looked at the Christmas stuff just real quick. And then he wanted tots, but they don't do tots at lunch. So I finally convinced him of that. And so he decided today, because he didn't really like his chicken and fries yesterday. And I didn't blame him. I tried a little bit of the chicken because I knew there wasn't a ton of dairy in the breading. So I can eat breaded chicken sometimes and be okay with it. But no, the chicken fingers and the fries actually weren't overly great. He did eat most of the fries. But the chicken fingers weren't really a hit with either one of us. So today, it's been one of those days of snacking our way around. So he is just having chips, beaver chips they're called, because as Teddy pointed out, everything is beaver, even if they're just chips. And he has lemonade. He liked the lemonade from yesterday, so he's having another lemonade. He did have a really big breakfast, so it doesn't surprise me that he's just kind of snacky today. I do have an apple left over from breakfast if he would like that in a while as well. And he's also excited. We came through Mobile, Alabama, and it was like coming across that big bridge with all the water. Teddy kept saying, salt here, don't care. We had windows down. We were just like, it was almost like our mini taste of Florida, huh? He's just focused on chips right now, aren't you? Yeah. Okay, ready for the welcome center?
Yeah.
Okay. This is the Beach Express, and there's like a gigantic fireworks supermarket across there. Teddy and I were joking around about it. All right, I got myself another chicken fajita just because I wanted something safe. I'll show you.
Gas station.
It is a large gas station. So here's my chicken fajita. I kind of showed it on yesterday's travels too. $4.99. I mean, but it is good, and it was good quality, and it settled good in my tummy. So that's what I went with. I really got travel hair, don't care going on. I'm starting to go through an odd phase with my hair because I'm growing out sections of it. So it's in a really awkward stage right now, and an awkward stage especially outside blowing around and stuff. But anyway, I also got a large Diet Dr. Pepper. So I'm right around half tank, maybe a little bit under. So as I always mention, I really don't like going under a half tank when traveling extensively, because you just never know when you're going to hit slow down or something happen, especially in hot weather, if I ever needed to run the air conditioner for my dog and my kid and stuff. So topping her off again here. It is $2.54 a gallon, regular unlimited. Snacks were good. My fajita was good. Teddy's eating his chips. Are they tasty? How would you rate them on a 1 out of 5?
1 out of 5.
Yeah, what number would you give 1 out of 5?
5 out of 5.
A 5 out of 5? Lucy's like ready for deep nappy time again. I did sneak her a couple of pieces of chicken out of my fajita. Now she's back to deep nappy time. Welcome home.
Welcome.
Florida is
Forever home.
So we are happy to hit this while they're doing juice, but it is warm now, so we're on limited time while we can leave the car running for Lucy. But I always recommend, whether you want juice or not, there's always great interp signs to read here. There's palm trees. There's other great interp signs, like we'll reset the car maybe after we do the inside portion. Or actually we can get Lucy to go stand under the sign there, but can't take her inside. So we're gonna come get somebody his juice. Oh, copyrighted music. I will have to stop. Heavily copyrighted music, but I'm gonna tape a few little clips for Teddy and get pictures. Yeah. I got grapefruit, Teddy's got orange. We're gonna do a juice clink. Boom, and now you can drink it. I had to get away from the copyrighted music up front. Then I had to shut my car off so that my audio and my Bluetooth won't interfere so you could actually hear us. So Teddy's grandmother, Mark's mom, his Mimi Varnum, she's no longer with us. She passed away in 2019, but boy, she loved these welcome centers. She loved stopping for her juice, and Teddy is no different. Stop for your juice. I love grapefruit. You want to try a sip of grapefruit?
Up to tower.
Okay. Teddy wants to do his video clip here under the Florida sign. Behind it, you see the welcome to the free state of Florida, the Sunshine State. Current governor, Governor Ron DeSantis. All right. I have Lucy in a downstate. Let's see if I can get back good enough to get a good picture of the two of them together under the sign. Well, she got up. Lucy, down. Good girl. Good girl. Welcome home, guys. 3, 2, 1. Florida's forever home. She's gonna scratch now. What were you saying, Teddy?
Florida is forever home.
So now we're standing under the Welcome to Florida sign, looking up at the Navy plane with the palm trees. He is so excited. Oh, nice vacation. We'll have another vacation and several more. And in a year, maybe, we'll live here permanently again. Yeah? Yeah? Taking another Lucy break. We about, I don't know, 90 some miles into Florida on 10. Stopped. There's a regular, like the main part of the rest area is up there. We parked in front of that while Teddy and I went in and used the facilities. But what I like about some Florida rest areas on their interstates, and by this I mean like 10, and then 95 has some, Teddy's waving to y'all, is if you look and keep your eyes peeled, there's, you know, the main section where you can park, and then there's a little road that loops out around behind, and it does a big circle, so don't worry, it will loop you back out around and get you back on the interstate. But they have some of the most spacious, gorgeous picnic areas where, yeah, as you can see, your littles or your fur babies can get their wiggles out to their heart's desire. These are always the times when I wish I had a picnic lunch, And it's funny because a lot of times we are in a hurry or something, or, you know, either we are putting a long haul in or just not thinking of it and not having picnic fixings. And this is reminding me that sometimes it would be nice. And it's funny because I do have my jet boil with me. I just don't have any coffee. Otherwise, yeah, because there is like water spigots around. I could have poured off some water, fired it up, and had some instant coffee, but I haven't hit Walmart yet for treats and treasures, so. But yeah, it was good because he needed some wiggles out. We still have about a 5-hour haul to the KOA. I had actually called the KOA because I wanted to pay off my balance. Because when you book multiple nights, you pay like one night as your deposit, and then usually pay the rest at check-in. But I wanted to switch payment methods and switch cards that I was using to use a different card that I get better reward points on. Plus, I wanted to cash in. Speaking of reward points, I had KOA reward points to cash in. So I wanted to do that. So we're all checked in. I informed her we were going to be a late check-in. So it's no big deal. I actually was just talking back and forth with my friend Kim on this through texting and stuff, and because she's interested in KOAs, and I'm like, oh yeah, just you call them up and let them know. But even if you don't, you usually get a text from them saying, looks like you're a late check-in, and they tell you, you know, find your key at the board there for late check-ins. But I did call ahead because I had to switch payment methods, and I wanted to make sure I utilized the reward points I had sitting on my account. But this is good. So right now, the weather is just beautiful here in the North Panhandle, here in the North Florida Panhandle. I see you, yeah. All right, so we are going to take a good little stretch here since it is nice, especially in the shade. It's gorgeous right now. I make sure I take time to give her some good leg stretches, because sometimes at some places it's just a quick out, pee, and back in. So like at the Welcome Center, it wasn't a very big stretch for her in shade. So this will be good, and Teddy's enjoying it. Although it's funny, you think he would be running more instead of, I don't know what imaginary game he's playing with the stick, but that's good. I always love how he uses his imagination. This is one of those times where we're lingering longer than we should be, but, you know, we've been back out in the Chihuahuan Desert for a while since our main trip, and I don't know, the temperature right now, especially in the shade of the forest here, is just perfect. Nice. There's like no humidity really, and it's not hot, and you know, we haven't really been amongst trees like this for a while, and Teddy keeps saying it. He's like, I love trees. He keeps finding treasures. And even Lucy is sniffing and sniffing and sniffing, and yeah, we really should get back in and start pushing more. But wow, we are just, after being back out in the desert, and not that I don't have appreciation for the desert, I do enjoy experiencing living in Big Bend right now. It's a nice experience. It's probably not forever for us, but right now we are being positive and enjoying it while we have it, and it is nice. Lucy sees other dogs. Good ignore, good leave it, honey. And it's just, oh, this is so nice. Yeah, we had a good thing we don't have picnic fixings, actually, because that would probably make us linger for like hours. This is just such a nice little reprieve. I know, I wish we did have come say hi, honey. I wish we did have picnic fixings, don't you?
Someday we can have a picnic.
Someday we can, huh? Maybe the next trip, huh?
Next trip we'll have a picnic.
We'll have to have picnic fixings when we head back to Texas at the end of the week, huh?
This isn't like blinder.
What other word did you use to describe it, though? Because I really was impressed with your vocabulary. You've used it a couple of times this afternoon. Do you know, remember what?
It popped up on the dick, and then you get this.
And it was
What? Elaborate.
Right. He came out with that earlier. He goes, yeah, this is a very elaborate, I don't know, something at Buc-ee's he was explaining. And I'm like, elaborate? Wow, Teddy, that's great vocabulary use.
Pine cone.
Now you have pine cones. And oh, wow. So we're hitting Tallahassee now. Big hi to my friend Chris. If you ever hear me mention Chris Kimball, and you can find his YouTube channel, Christopher Kimball, or maybe it's Chris Kimball. I can't remember how he worded it. He is really knowledgeable about history, especially Seminole history here in Florida. Really wish I had time to connect with him, but we still have 4 hours, huh, Bob? So we're gonna use a quick restroom break and then put some more miles behind us. We did use the restroom facilities, and now let me take Lucy out for her little break before she pulls me away. We're not having a long one, but I wanted to have the apple that we had saved from breakfast. Teddy says he's not hungry. I think excitement has gotten into him, and I bet eventually it will hit him, but there's lots of places to stop even between here and the rest of the way, so I'm not pushing the issue. I really do. I think he's very overexcited, but I could use a little nibble, but I don't want to take a ton of time to do it until he's ready, so I'm just gonna enjoy this apple. And yeah, once again, this rest area, it's like 78 degrees right now. And we're in the Eastern time zone now. So we're finally in the Eastern time zone. We have about, like I said, a little under 4 hours left. But we're not stressing. Good part about a place that you can feel comfortable doing a late check-in at. Just mosey along. Huh, Lucy? We'll get there. Lucy's like, I just love all this nice fresh air. Birds chirping. Squirrels in the distance. Teddy's doing I don't know what to that leaf. All right, I better have my apple so then we can get hitting the highway again. I know, I really wish I could have like arranged something to like just had a little quick snack with my friend Chris or something. I think in January or maybe February, Teddy and I are gonna come fly in, like leave Lucy home with Mark, and maybe we'll fly in and rent a car and spend a good 2 or 3 weeks or so, maybe even a month. Maybe then, Chris, I could meet you for a snack or something. Okay, mind you folks, he said he wasn't hungry until he saw me eating the apple, and he's like, I'd like to have an apple. Teddy stole Mom's apple. He's pretty proud of himself. That's okay, like I said. There's plenty of places to pull off, grab even quick McDonald's or whatever. There's Pilots, there's everything.
The apple.
Yeah.
Maybe the last apple.
It was. Well, it was the only apple. We took it from breakfast and then neither one of us wanted it with our breakfast, so I brought it with us. So just turned on to 75 South, topping off my tank again. It's 3:11 here. I think I'm near Live Oak. Yeah. Just turned off 75 South. So I have like 2 hours, 45 minutes to go. Spirits are still overly good though. Teddy, I thought was drifting on. Oh, I can't see him from this angle. You can kind of see him sipping on his straw there. We did stop and get McDonald's once and talked to Mark for a while, but yeah, doing good. So ran in after I got gas. Teddy wanted something sweet, so I got him a candy bar. There's like 10 people in line and nobody going to the self-checkout. I'm sorry. I don't care. I stepped right up and used self-checkout and I'm out of there. Time is money. So I got you a treat. I know Lucy can't have chocolate and I can't really have it either, but we are the Three Musketeers tonight finishing this trek. So here you go, your Three Musketeers bar.
Can you unwrap it?
I can unwrap it, yeah. I was gonna see if you wanted to try to unwrap it. Yeah? I'll let you try, and if you can't, hand it to me when I get in the driver's seat, and I'll get it for you, okay?
Okay.
Thank you for being such a good trooper on this ride, sweetie. You've had a really good attitude. See if you can see me in the dark here. So, after we got gas and Teddy had his treat, we got into a mess of construction on southbound 75. It was like a construction holdup of 25 minutes plus of added time. So finally we get out of that. I'm down now at the rest area that's just south of Gainesville, so just right before you go through Paynes Prairie. I definitely had to let Lucy out. If I hadn't gotten caught in the construction, I probably could have pushed through without having her have one more stretch and me have one more potty break, but that really held me up. Plus stuff like that, when you're like basically just barely crawling through it, that's more eye strain than the whole ride itself. So Teddy's sleeping in the car. I am standing right near the car, so I'm not far away from it. Luckily, I found the dog area right away, so I'm right here. Let Lucy get some sniffs, some fresh air, leg stretch. So it's gonna be after 11 o'clock before we check in, but I'm very thankful that that particular KOA is not bad about it, you know, as long as we're quiet, you know, grab our keys from the front and quietly get in the cabin. The only hard part is I had planned on stopping today to get pillows and stuff to add to our stash, so we'll have to do that tomorrow. I think we'll all be so tired tonight that it won't matter. All right, I'm gonna finish this up, and then yeah, it's like an hour and 45 minutes left.
In Florida.
So we're in our cabin and it's late. We grabbed a Wawa pretzel and a drink, and we did take time to get everything in, and I will actually do a, watch out Teddy, because I have stuff there. I wasn't expecting you to go up tonight. We will get it set up and we'll actually do an updated. We have filmed from this Orlando Southwest, or as we call it, the Davenport KOA, a ton. But I want to do a refreshed update, but I'm going to close out our travel vlog and we're going to make ourselves at home best we can, get some sleep. Teddy slept a lot this last part, but I need sleep. It is 11:38. Good night, folks. Hope you enjoyed. Peace and love, gang. Keep adventuring. Anything else?
Got Wawa?
Yeah. Anything else you want to say before we say goodbye?
Okay. Well. Yeah, they are right from Wawa.
Yeah.
And we got to our cabin safely.
And you're excited.
And I'm excited.
You-
Wawa!
Yeah, you have a few sniffles, and we're hoping it's just allergies because of the way you were sleeping. But, you know, it is that season. It is that time of year, and even though we stay careful and wash hands and everything, we'll make sure we're getting some extra sips and a little extra rest tomorrow. Okay. Thank you for joining us. Remember, you can check us out on our Facebook page,
Check out my Facebook.
your group, Teddy's Tribe, Instagram, Buy Me a Coffee, all of that. All right.
Buy me a coffee, please. Buy me some fruit punch.
All right, gang, we gotta get Lucy some water and food.